Ramaphosa's seventh administration cabinet has now been announced. But until all of those ministers, all of them, including Cyril himself, embrace integrity in their dealings and on their individual portfolios, we are all just embarking on a fruitless errand. Coming up. I personally am very optimistic about the current leadership of GNU and, of course, Cyril's cabinet. And you know why? There is a likelihood that this current leadership would bring about competition where ministers will try to outshine each other to prove their party's capabilities to govern. And that, my friend, is very good. And if I were to give these ministers some advice, I would say, shout on top of your lungs if you discover any discrepancies on funds or any mismanagement of funds or any rot or anything that smells like corruption. And don't protect the previous ANC ministers. And if you do well, also shout so that we, the citizens, would see who is working and who is not. Currently, ANC leaders and members are divided into two. There are those who are for government of national unity, and there are those who are against the government of national unity. That includes DA. Well, they target the DA to say no, they don't like DA because of their racist stance and whatever. But they also know that the government of national unity will also close the corruption taps that ANC ministers opened. And that caused some of them sleepless nights, especially the ANC in Gauteng. They are fighting to a standstill against the GNU, the Government of National Unity. They target DA, but deep down we know that they are aware also that this kind of national unity, the Government of National Unity, will also close those taps, those corruption taps that were opened by the previous ministers. And that, my friend, gives them sleepless nights. True leadership says the heart of a leader should always resonate with the cries of the people he or she is leading. As long as we are all singing from the same hymn book, where we all want to render service delivery, brilliant service delivery to our people, it wouldn't matter who we are in coalition with. It wouldn't matter whether we are in coalition with DA, with PA, with whoever. It wouldn't matter at all. Why? Because all of us want to serve the people of South Africa. But because some of us are there for selfish reasons, are there to eat, that's why some of them have sleepless nights, and the government of national unity gives them chest pains because they know that now they're not going to be able now to steal anymore. Delinquent and disrespectful ANC leaders like Andile Lungisa. These are not kind of leaders who have got people's best interest at heart. Those are the leaders who are against the government of national unity, of course, because they hate on the DA for whatever reason. Andile Lungisa, I don't know what is it that you can Lungisa in the ANC. You remember him? Check this out.
Andile Lungisa's problem started when he smashed a glass jug over the head of DA Councillor Rhino Kaiser during a heated council meeting in 2016. He was convicted and sentenced to 2 years in prison. After several unsuccessful appeals, he handed himself to the North End prison. He only served 3 months of his sentence. After his release, his party membership was suspended. He appealed this decision and the National Disciplinary Committee ruled in his favor. But the National Disciplinary Committee of Appeals overturned this decision.
These are kind of leaders who are yet to cause havoc to the ANC in the next 5 years. Mark my word.
Today, Andile Lungisa, his wife and 2 friends handed themselves over to police and were then arrested. They were accused of pocketing 2.5 million rand meant to secure a performance by US megastar R. Kelly. The performance never happened at the promised event, the Nelson Mandela Sports Day concert in August. Lungisa claimed to know who was behind his arrest.
One minister who's very mischievous is involved on this thing, like Mbalola. Is that minister which I'm talking about? I'm ready for him. We're told directly by the police that the minister is the one who's in charge, who's instructing.
Lungisa's shocking revelation was soon followed by a stinging verbal attack from Mbalula, who told Lungisa to focus on the pending court case and stop creating sideshows. In a statement, Mbalula expressed shock at the allegations made and labelled them laughable. Lungisa has been summoned to a meeting with the Eastern Cape ANC leadership tomorrow. The provincial leadership says its discussion will be guided by resolutions taken at Mangaung on how to deal with issues of this nature.
The guy means business. Apparently, there have been a WhatsApp group leaked message where he was telling his senior leaders where to get off. That's how delinquent the guy is. Let's just check these trails of WhatsApp leaked messages and listen to this guy.
Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. We are officially in the government of national unity that is led by President Cyril Ramaphosa. But still, there is a big issue that is yet to be resolved in the ANC. There has been a leaked ANC-NEC WhatsApp group that is showing division inside the ANC, where members are showing their dissatisfaction with the decision to go and work with the DA. The leak shows Andile Lungisa replying to Lindiwe Zulu by saying that we said no to the DA, and to the defense of Lindiwe Zulu, the new Minister of Defense, Angelina Motshekga, says we said yes to the GNU, inclusive of everyone including the DA and everybody else willing to work with the ANC. Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma says not all of us said yes to the DA. Andile Lungisa says we said no to the DA. Some we know the history of our movement, including the character of our movement. Please, in your hallucination, don't ever include some of us to anything that has to do with the DA. We never joined the liberation struggle or the movement late in our lives. Comrades must be sensitive to the history of our struggle, please. That was a response to Angelina Motshekga. Celebrate the DA without including our names on it. That was Andile Lungisa replying to Angelina Motshekga. Mamoloko Kubai says, Comrade Andile, I do think there is a need of mutual respect and decorum. It's not correct to say Me Enji is hallucinating. And Andile Lungisa replying to Mamoloko Kubai says, please, people must never and ever include some of us on anything that has to do with the DA. We will never be ideological and cultural captured. That response really touched Mamoloko Kubai because he came back and said, no, Comrade Andile, this is wrong. Honestly, you can't disrespect anyone like this, especially fellow NEC member. You can have your dissenting views, and that we have always respected, but also show the same respect to others. You have no monopoly of being correct and upright. We are not going to have this group converted to a listening and announcement group because you are not observing the decorum of this group and mutual respect. Andile says, if I'm not correct political, I have no issues with that. You can challenge my views. I will always be guided by service to our people and not by experience and careerism. We have no business to do with the DA. DA is the red line. And Nongceba Mhlauli calls out Andile Lungisa by saying that you owe Mem NG an apology. The last of the league, Mamoloko Kubai, says, you are honestly being silly, and I will not degenerate your labeling of comrades. You need to remember that no one has the monopoly of being correct as ANC. That is where it ends. It is showing the division in the ANC in terms of the relationship with the DA. A lot of members are not happy, while others, obviously we have positions, are defending that relationship with the DA. As you can see notably, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma also agrees with Andile Lungisa on the fact that we did not say yes to working with the DA. If these things are like this, one wonders, is the ANC working as a collective, or are there two groups in that ANC? Because it seems like there are people who are happy to announce the relationship with the DA. On the other side, some are saying that the DA is the red line. But in the end, ANC has chosen the GNU with the DA, which means that the group of Dr. Dlamini Zuma, the group of Andile Lungisa has lost, but it does not stop complaining about the fact that we are selling our people and our liberation to the DA.
Yeah, that's Andile Lungisa for you. How disrespectful. I'm even ashamed to call this guy a leader because he doesn't embrace any leadership values. No leadership values in him at all. But I'm not surprised he's still in the ANC. They tried to dismiss him, and he said, "I'm not going anywhere." And ANC haven't found it in them to get rid of this kind of character, because you know why? The birds of the feather, or the birds of the same feather, flock together. Because what could be the reason to keep such kind of characters in the party, people that you can see that these people are not there to serve the people of South Africa, but they are just there just to fill up their stomach. They are just there for self-enrichment and to disrespect anyone in the party. Why would ANC allow such kind of behavior and such kind of characters to coexist with the rest of the leaders in the party? It doesn't make sense to me, except that, of course, ANC are criminals themselves. Maybe they don't see anything wrong in having people like that in the party. Who knows? I believe that South Africa in this day and age needs leaders who are capable, leaders who can lead, leaders who can get the job done, regardless whether he or she is white or she's an Indian or she's a colored or black or woman or man. We just need capable leaders. South Africa is not in a point where they can just be all blacks and black leaders and everything. South Africa needs unity. Whether we like it or not, we cannot get rid of white people in this country. It's not possible. They are very intertwined, interwoven in the society. Some of us have married to these people. There are children that have been born who don't know nothing about colonialism and apartheid. So if you still come with apartheid card in this day and age, who are you talking to? Because the generations, the 2000s, the Gen Zs were not there, don't understand. They cannot relate with what you are talking about. South Africa needs capable leaders, black and white, black or white, Indian, colored, capable leaders who can take this country forward. Let me hear your comment below. And if you watch this channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe.